Man, one thing I love about my truck mount versus my electric truck mount is the convenience of having water on board. Like, man. And what they say, I know y'all seen that where they was doing donuts in the U-Haul truck, and for $19.95 you can rent this mother. All right, so what I did was I took off the chemical meter off the truck mount. I know this filter in here, I believe, has a check valve, but I put one anyway, just because it is going into the intake of the pump. So as it's sucking water in, it's sucking this one up as well. But if I was to use this one here, it would be pushing the water through and coming out of here. So I put the check valve just in case I ever wanted to use just straight water, like fresh water from a water hose, or what do you call, more flow, so I can turn up the pressure. So yeah, that's why I do that. And then what I would probably do on here is put a three-way valve, I guess, where I can kind of turn it off, and I'll end up putting, because this one is the recirc for the bypass, so I would want it to go into the waste tank. That way the auto dump out can just dump out water the entire time, if I was doing something where I just needed like pressure washer or something. So that's my way around it. And then this here is my overflow. The way I had it in the other van is, if this gets too high, like right now it's pretty high, and I was to drive, it'll shoot out the side, or if it'll slosh back and forth and come out. So I put a little valve here, a little 90 degree, and then I had a hole in the floor, and then I put that under the van, or through the van. That way water just goes through the van instead of in my van. I was dealing with that for a while, but yeah, let's get started, man. It's DWES for life. All right, so this is all we have for this place here. It's just a living room. This is one of our property management companies that we clean for. And if I show you this wall right here, you'll damn near think we're in the hood. But in fact, we are in Burlingame, California. And yes, even in Burlingame, California, they do the landlord special. That is crazy to me. If you don't know about Burlingame, look it up. People ain't broke over here, and rents aren't cheap. And the other thing I can tell from that is it's been there for a minute, because you know the resident moved out, and they just didn't come in here and take care of that and then say, I'm just going to stop there. So I will be putting the water tank in this van. I just got to take it down. But the other thing I think I would need for it would be, I wonder if I could put like a float switch or something because the pump I have on it is not like a commercial grade pump where it could just run all day. So I would need it to turn on when when the water gets to a certain level. Or I could spend $100 and like maybe like $100 and buy a bigger pump, but I'm trying to keep costs down. I also found a mechanic that'll work on van number 2, DWES ENT. He said he'll charge me $1,600, and then I buy the parts. So I just bought the parts. It was like $850. So I had the transmission put in for $2,200 or something. I forget my numbers, but I know it's around that price. I think $2,200. And then this is going to be $2,400, and then I bought the van for $5,000. Some of you guys may be saying, that sounds crazy. You probably could have bought another van cheaper. But these red vans are very hard to come by. And if they are, they're pretty old. And you got to think of it this way. I pay the price now. Let's just say I buy another van, because I have seen some go for like $7,000. What happens if I get that van and then we have these issues with it? Now I just spent more money. So in my eyes, also they'd be having more miles. This one has 189,000. So in my eyes, I think I'm doing pretty decent. There's a lot of hair on this carpet. I vacuumed and it clogged, and I got pictures of it. I wasn't gonna do any video just because I'm trying to get this stuff over with, but a lot of times, man, I'm always trying to get stuff done with. Like, I just want to go. Like, this carpet ain't too bad. But whoever had this carpet, man, or not had the carpet, but whoever rented this place out, they had gold hair. It was a ginger, long hair. It was literally tangled around my vacuum, and that's a anti-tangle vacuum beater bar. It was just super long, so it just kept getting, like, I don't know, it was winding up around the bar somehow, and then it was inside of the hose, and it was just like a fat clump. So, man. Let me get inside this closet real quick. I'll be right back. It's DWES for life, y'all. Here we go again. I got water hose, but here's the issue. God damn. And I don't know if I want to be bold enough to use the next door building. So for those that don't know, what you're seeing here I'm pretty sure that's around the sofa. So it's not actually dirt, it's just their traffic, their wear area. And this would be enough water to get me up out of here. Hopefully the next one has a water spigot. Again, like I'm so spoiled having a water tank. I just gotta outfit this one. And what I'll be doing is, because as far as insurance, so I put insurance on my van, but it's the same price as the other one. But I was just using this one as a backup, so my machine won't get damaged. I'm at least going to use it once a week. And it'll be for, like, if we have any loads. I haven't done it in a while, but sometimes we do clean outs, like trash outs. So usually I would rent, or I would like shove everything in my van, or do like multiple trips. But with this one, I could take stuff out of it. I could take all this machinery out and then do it as an empty van. So that was one reason why I wanted to keep it. And then the occasional, like when we go camping or something, we have an empty van. We're moving pretty soon, hopefully, so I don't have to rent. I can just do like small trips for certain things. I don't have to rent a van. So I want to get all this stuff taken care of. So that way when time comes, we ain't got to worry about too much, man. Not bad, not bad. Especially for cold water. Well, I put warm water in there, but it's not hot. It's DWES for life. All right, looks good. Looks all uniform. I was happy with the Bouse. I don't know if you guys can hear that high pitch. That's my my vacuum making that loud ass noise. We've been doing that for a while. I'm trying to get this off of here. There we go. So I have my pump out going into the sewer there. Now, one thing about the pump out is I can rinse out my tank, just keep flushing it with clean water, and all that dirty water will go into the sewer. So that's what I do at the end of the day. So I'm just putting down my hose really fast, gonna drop it down, close this door, lock it, head out to their next one, and I'll be out of here. It's U-Haul for life, y'all. Just had a guy pull up on me. He was like, hey, you wouldn't have any preconditioner that I can use, that I can buy off you, would you? I'm on preconditioner. Don't people, I mean, nobody really says that. So he goes, I own a janitorial business, and I had one room to do, and I ran out. I was like, I mean, yeah. So I showed him, you know, the product, and then he goes, yeah, that's exactly what I need. And then he said, so I was like, you want me to put it in like in a glove or something? Like, I don't even got no container. And he was like, can you just put it in my pump? So I just gave him a scoop. He was like, how much I owe you? I said, don't even worry about it. It wasn't even that much. Like, it was like, he said he didn't even want a full scoop. It was just like a half a scoop. So sometimes you gotta help folks out, man. We be in situations, and he goes, I'm happy I found you. I saw you. I said, shit, I'm glad. I'm surprised you even did, because I'm not even in my actual van. Ah, man, the good times. We all been there, y'all. It's DWES for life.